Hey everybody, Professor Victor Micheli here and welcome back. This week we're gonna start with Unit 1, which is Function Review, Linear Function and System of Equation. Here you have the overview and learning objective for this unit. But this week we're gonna start covering what is dealing with function review, using, of course, the rational reasoning system. For example, we're going to cover this week from 1.1 to 1.5 using the rational reasoning system. Okay, for example, here. First, you have to log in, of course. Then you have to start reading everything. So about the module 1 functions, function notation and even function, we're going to start covering introduction to functions and function notation. So you have to start reading everything and answering those questions. For example, you have this situation here. Imagine throwing a ball straight up into the air and paying attention to the ball height above the ground and the time it lasts seen throwing the ball. So you have to think about it. And we're going to say that h is the ball height above the ground in feet. Always very important to determine the units, and t will be the time lapse since the ball was thrown up in seconds. And we clearly can see from here that the height depends on the time. Okay, then we will have to answer some questions. Okay, the part A, part B, and then here you have submit and message instruction if you have any question. So read carefully. If you know how long the ball was in the air, then you have 4 choices. Remember, you have here unlimited tens. Okay, so if you know how long the ball was in the air, you have no way of knowing whether the ball goes up and down. You can determine exactly the ball height above the ground. You can determine any information about the ball height, of course, or you can determine exactly the ball height above the ground. What do you think? I think if I know how long the ball was in the air, I can determine. Let's check this. Okay, and let me submit to see what's gonna happen. Okay, so everything is green, so this question is gonna be fine. Let me go to the next one. If you know the ball height above the ground, then you can determine exactly how long the ball is there. Let me check. Let me see. I'm not sure, but let me see. And here, select all that apply, maybe more than one. And you have no way of knowing whether the ball was going up or down. You can determine any information about that one, or you can determine exactly how long the ball was in the air, but you can narrow the choices. Okay, let me see. Submit 1.5 out 2, so that means something is wrong here. So let me see. But I think that I have no way to know if the ball is going up and down, right? But I can't exactly determine how long the ball. Let me see. Wow, both of them are right. The point here is that you have unlimited attempts, right? So same here for what is a function and all the stuff. My advice is for you to try to get, and listen here, question, points possible, 2, unlimited attempts, score. So in your grade book, you will have 2 points out of this question. Then you will have a lot of questions here. Okay, and by the end you have some videos also, and at the end of this you will have to answer some questions. Okay, for you, think about what you learned. Make sure that you take notes about this one. I think you're gonna need this later. Can you provide examples about the relationship, if that is a function or not, and so on. When you're done, click here to see a summary of your score. Let me see mine. Okay, because remember, I already answered one question. Okay, this is for 1.1 function notation, and it's gonna be the same for 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and 1.5. Okay, then you have some optional practice. For example, module 1 checkpoints. Those are optionals. Okay, so preview, you have some questions. For example, determine whether this is not if this is a function or not, and so on. Okay, also those are not mandatory, those are only optional. Okay, then you have some optional practice using rational reasoning. Then you have some videos, and those are mandatory. Okay, module 1, check your understanding. Okay, here is your check your understanding. It's gonna be like a test, like an evaluation. Okay, so you have to answer all those questions. You can download this, or you can answer in a piece of paper. Your homework will not be graded on accuracy. Instead, it will be set based on the completeness and organization and the way of submitting. Combine all your homework pages into a single PDF document. Ensure that pages are in the correct order and properly oriented. So you can say, for question, identify your name, right? For question 1A is this, 1B is this, step by step, naming convention, make your PDF file using the format, your name, last name, and homework number. Okay, and then the solution of the written check your understanding will be available after the assignment has been submitted and will appear below the assessment in the module. Okay? Okay. This is mandatory. Okay, the check your understanding. Again. Then you have, here you will have the solutions, and here you will have the videos. And then also, we will have the quiz using Responder Lockdown Browser and webcam. And then you will have the summary, module 1 summary and reflection. Okay, the due dates are going to be September 7th. That means this Sunday. Okay. So let me see what happened here. Okay, so that's everything we're going to have this week. Please handle your time. Okay. Remember again, the due date is going to be this Sunday. Try not to procrastinate, and see you soon. And ask any question you have, and see you soon. Okay. Thank you.